Alright guys, in front of us we have a 2022 Triumph Tiger 900 Rally, and it is time to get on an ADV bike, ladies and gentlemen. You guys ready for our first ride? Alright dudes, Chaseontwowheels here at Mountain Motorsports in Roswell. In front of us we have Triumph's Tiger 900 Rally. This is a super fun first ride, guys, because may I introduce Beau, the editor of the channel. This is his brand new bike. He just the other day picked this thing up from Triumph over in Roswell, which is literally right down the street. We're gonna pass them on this first ride. But guys, this is his actual motorcycle. Super excited. You know, we've been talking about doing ADV stuff here on the channel in the future. Expect to see this a good amount. So before we get started, let's see what this thing looks like and sounds like. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is what it looks like. That's what it sounds like. Now, before we get going, we have to do an ad real quick so we can bring you guys the highest quality footage ever. So, we're going to play an ad real quick, and we'll be right back to get her started.
Have you guys seen prices lately? Almost $4 a gallon, and that's for regular. My heart goes out to my fellow premium people. Regardless of which grade your mode of transportation requires, let me let you in on a little secret. Upside. Upside is an incredible app for anyone who buys gas, groceries, or dines out. With every purchase, you can earn cash back thanks to Upside. To get started, download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play. Use the promo code CHASEONTWOWHEELS, and that gets you $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. At first, we thought, this has to be too good to be true. To my surprise, it was a super simple process. After downloading, you just choose the fuel you use most, confirm the card or cards you intend to use, then search for the deals you wish to capitalize on. Luckily for us, there are a few participating gas stations close by the shop, as well as on our way homes. Also, after a quick look at the map, Upside isn't just for gas. Oh, we're about to get some cash back on a company lunch. Okay, I'm sold after that last one, but I have to tell you one last thing. When you're ready to collect in on all of that savings, you can either A, have it sent to your bank account, or PayPal, or an Amazon e-gift card. Christmas gifts just got way easier. I might just continue to rake in the cash back, and when December hits, you get a gift card, and you get a gift card. If you too would like to join in on the savings, just download the free Upside app and use the promo code CHASEONTWOWHEELS to get $5 or more cash back. Then sit back and watch the money roll in. Thanks Upside for sponsoring this video, and back to the first ride.
Alright dudes, thank you guys so much for listening through the ad there. If it wasn't for you guys listening to the ads, we wouldn't be able to produce such high quality content. So you guys supporting those companies that are supporting our content, massively appreciated. Alright dudes, 2022 Tiger 900 Rally. You guys know I love this space. I love this ADV space. I can't wait for us to make more content in this space. Let's get this thing in neutral. We are in neutral. Okay, Triumph does that weird stuff. And There she blows. Notes, Beau does have the low seat, the low ride seat. That is factory from Triumph. He said he adjusted the suspension to be comfortable, and he has adjusted the pedal, the shifter, to help it shift with boots on. Those are the only things he's done. Otherwise, this thing is totally stock, and I am excited to get on it. So guys, I'm 5'10". I've got a 32-inch inseam. I've got my shorter boots on, so I'm not extra tall, but I've got bent legs, as you guys can see, and I can flat foot it. Now, I will say, Beau's a little bit shorter of a gentleman. He can get one foot totally down, and then he's tippy-toe on the other foot. So let's get it going. And guys, before we get too far into it, I want to invite you guys to go check out our Discord. We got a Discord full of motorcycle enthusiasts, so if you guys want to chat with other motorcycle people, highly recommend it. We've got a lot of cool people in there, a lot of cool rooms and stuff like that, so you guys go check that out whenever, if you'd like. All right guys, 2022 Triumph Tiger 900 Rally, let's go. Is that a multi-strata behind me? How fucking dare you? How dare you, sir? Alrighty guys, we are here on the Tiger 900 Rally. Hey, you guys let me know, what do you guys think of this ADV jacket and my little ADV gloves? I'm trying them out because if you guys don't know, Beau and I are going to be going to, I don't think we've put this in a video yet, but it's okay, so we're going to announce it now. We are actually going to RevZilla's ADV Fest up in the Black Hills. That's why I've got this new ADV jacket on, these gloves. You guys have to let me know what you think about them in the comments. So far, this jacket is nuts. I'll have a link for it in the description, but I've done one ride home with it, and I've kind of fallen in love with it. Absolutely love this thing. Cannot wait to go out there. So, if you guys would like to join Beau and I in ADV Fest in the Black Hills, we'll have a link in the description for you guys to check it out. It should be a fun time. They did an ADV Fest in the Mojave Desert, and the footage from that looks amazing. So the Black Hills is going to be just as good. All right, guys, but it is the first ride, no more promo. Let's talk about the, where are we going, BMW? You going to get in that lane? All right, guys, let's talk about the body position on the Tiger 900 Rally here, and keep in mind, we do have the low seat. So right now I feel very inside the motorcycle, like not on top, but inside of this thing. I can feel that the seat doesn't have as much padding. Oh no, we just passed Triumph Roswell right there. I can tell this is a lower seat. It has a little less padding than what I would imagine the regular seat has, but it's not bad at all. I feel really comfortable. My legs are kind of straight and slightly pushed back on my feet. Very comfortable lower half position. My upper body very upright. My arms are straight out holding these handlebars. Extremely comfortable body position. I would be interested to see what the regular seat is like on this bike, because I like this position. I don't necessarily need the low seat, but I will say being on such a big bike and being able to flat foot, it's kind of cool. All right, hold on. We forgot to go into ride modes. Oh shoot. All right, we're in rain mode. Let's ride in rain mode for just a second. This bike does have a lot of modes. We'll talk through those in a second. We are in rain mode now. All right, guys, sorry about that. I did not have the bike in rain mode. Got too excited leaving mountain to remember to put it into rain mode. Let's talk modes real quick, though. If we toggle over to mode, we have rain, we have road, sport, we have off-road. So rain, road, sport, and off-road. And as you guys can see here, we've got a little icon for what mode we are in. We're currently in rain mode. This is going to be the highest ABS, the highest traction control, the lowest throttle mapping. So this is your safe mode. This is all safety features on maximum. And woohoo! Giving this bike some throttle, you can tell so easily how tapered down the power is in rain mode, which is good. We love that. If you're gonna have rain mode, I want to have a neutered motorcycle. Let's be honest, guys, I've got no interest in rain mode. It ain't raining, I ain't riding in rain mode. Let's go to road mode. Oh, that's pretty cool. When you go into the different modes, it tells you ABS, mapping, and traction control. It tells you what modes that are in. That's pretty neat. All right, cool. We're in road mode, which should be your kind of average daily mode. You guys know this front section of this first ride is always it's a constant and ever-changing road work area. But it is good. It gives me an opportunity to check the bike out in slow situations. And that's pretty good because for a bike that weighs, I believe this bike weighs wet 483 pounds, not a light motorcycle, and it's a pretty massive motorcycle. When you guys see it in person, it takes up a lot of space. But adventure bikes do such a good job of hiding their weight and being very maneuverable. You know, we're kind of just stuck in traffic here, and this bike is pleasant. I got no problems just kind of maneuvering. Like, look at this. I got no problems maneuvering this thing around. It's balanced extremely well. Like, look at this. This is the first time I've been on this bike, by the way. Beau's owned it for like a few days or a week now, but this is my first time on it, and I can sit here and do like the slow speed up to a red light thing. Phenomenal balance on this thing. Bro, look how long this suspension is. Obviously you guys can look at camera car footage, but I'm over here just inspecting this thing as we go. Yeah, you guys watching this video, don't sleep on the ADV bikes, man. They are so well balanced. You would think these giant motorcycles would not be good for in-town riding and this slow speed stuff, but it feels great. I'm comfortable. I've got these big handlebars to kind of control myself and the motorcycle. These things are phenomenal around town, as long as they balance the weight out, which the Tiger 900 here most definitely does. Woohoo! Road mode! Road mode got a little more pep in it. Got a little more pep in that stuff. Yes, sir. That was fun. It's funny when you have your suspension set soft, the bike just jumps around a lot, so you you feel like you're going so much faster. Oh, that's fun. Oh, we got bumps. Perfect. I can test out the suspension. How's the bump feel? Bro. Like a damn expensive ass car with amazing soft suspension. Okay, I totally see why Beau has this thing in soft suspension mode. My goodness. And not mode, but like he has adjusted it to be soft. Man, this thing is a damn couch. I like this. Okay, phenomenal motor. Dude, I want to hit bumps now. I'm over here like, oh, what, was that a bump? Couldn't feel it. I totally understand his suspension choice now. That's one of the cool things, man. These adventure bikes, they gotta have good suspension because the thing needs to be able to go off-road. And we have adjustable suspension here and in the rear. So you can tune this thing to exactly like you want. And the settings Beau has in here right now for these shitty-ass Atlanta roads, bro, this thing is like a couch. It feels so good. Especially if you're stuck on the highway too. Oh, I totally understand where Beau's coming from with the suspension choice now. Good on you, sir. Where's more bumps I can hit? Find me some bumps. So guys, power delivery, let's jump back to that. Power delivery in road mode, you are definitely getting a little bit more of the beast. Road mode gives you a little more direct power. Uh-oh, look at that. We're up in around 6,000 RPM. So I'm getting a little vibraty on the, oh, big bump. Big bump, nothing. I am getting a little vibration in the pegs and the handlebars around 6,000 RPM. I'm gonna see if I notice that up here. That little T-plane, that little 888cc T-plane, a little vibraty. Speaking of T-planes, power-wise, this guy is looking at, I think, 94 horsepower and 64 foot-pounds of torque, somewhere thereabouts. Sorry, we're in sport mode, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get in front of me! No! Hey, Beau, your traction control works phenomenally. There is a lot of power in this thing down. No, sir. There's a lot of power in this thing down low, man. Right from the get-go, this thing will haul some booty. And it's got a big old booty to haul. So nice. I will say, you know, we had a little emergency braking situation there. The rear brake locks up really quickly. And maybe it's just because of the body position I'm in, but I don't feel like it took a lot of pressure on that rear to get it locking up. Obviously, we've got ABS. You know, you can feel the ABS kicking on. ABS felt good though. You get these subtle little pulses letting you know it's like, hey, I'm working and I'm helping you stop as fast as possible. So guys, We are coming up on the highway. You guys know we got our classic 40 to 80 pull on the highway. We are in sport mode. We're gonna give it the beans. The highway, I feel like, is where this bike should shine. ADV bikes are all about expensive comfort, you know, having all the bells and whistles, having all the little things, and we'll talk about some of the other things that this bike has on it. But at $15,400 for price tag, I got a lot of expectations. I want to get on this highway section and I want to still feel that super comfort that I'm kind of getting used to riding on the streets here. I'm not necessarily looking for the most power. I don't want the quickest 40 to 80 pull, but I really do expect like a really enjoyable highway experience. So Tiger, we'll see what you got. We do have our windscreen all the way up. We'll be adjusting that here in a minute, but I'm going to keep it up for the highway pull for the 40 to 80. All right, guys, here we go. 40 to 80 pulled. I don't know what this truck's doing. Actually, we'll wait. Here we go. Woohoo! Straight through second gear. Very nice, Tiger 900. All right, guys, here on the highway. A little medium 40 to 80 pull. Seems as if the power delivery really likes that second gear, going from 40 to 80. All right, on the highway, let's talk about vibration real quick. I've got slight minute vibrations in my handlebars and in my feet. They're not really bad though, and I'm going around 6,000. As I increase RPM, those vibrations do get more pronounced. But I wouldn't say they're bad. I could ride forever. I wouldn't complain about the vibration at all. My God, the suspension feels amazing though. Let's talk about wind resistance real quick. We've got the windscreen up all the way. My head and my body have no wind on them at all, which is incredibly impressive for such a small screen. Now, if we push this forward and down, damn, even down, the wind is going over my head. So even if you're a super tall rider, this thing's gonna set you up fine. As far as stability on the highway, I feel stable, but I still feel pretty nimble, which is great. We do have cruise control, by the way, thank God. I've ridden the 850 Tiger. Luke and I, camera operator, him and I rode Tiger 850 Sports from Louisiana to Atlanta. They had no cruise control. It was terrible. So I'm glad Triumph has their cruise control here. Set it up, forget it. You can push it up and down to adjust it. Forward on the throttle to disengage. Fantastic. I feel super comfortable here. Guys, we're going 91 in 6th gear, barely under 6,000 RPM. You got plenty of power. You can downshift and get, you know, if you need more power to get through traffic. Up there in the higher RPMs, your mirrors are going to be vibrating a little bit. Keep that for what you will. All right, guys, we need to get in this turn lane because we need to get off the highway. We could go forever. I could have stayed on the highway for a much longer period of time. That is exactly what I wanted from the highway on this bike. I wanted to be comfortable. I wanted it to have plenty of power to get around traffic. That was great. Good showing. A vehicle doing exactly what you're meant to do. Now, as you guys can see with this traffic, we're not really going to get a lot of lean on this motorcycle, so not really able to test its sport prowess, unfortunately. Dude, I'm calling this bike the hole hunter. All I want to do is hunt out holes on the ground and ride over them so that I don't have to feel them at all. Alright guys, while I'm stuck at red light, let's jump over to the Cardo spot and see what the guys in the camera car think of this sexy green.
I definitely do like the way this bike looks. I'm a fan of the white trellis frame. The touches of white in the design of the bodywork or the color scheme, pretty cool looking. The windscreen is nice. The overall size and look of the bike is pretty nice. Not a bad offering from Triumph.
Man, that's a big old bike. Chase and I rode the Tiger 650s back from Louisiana a couple months ago, and I really enjoyed it. So I think I would really enjoy this bike because it's even bigger. Cruise control on this one. Does that have heated grips, Chase?
It does.
Ooh, nice.
Heated grips and seats.
Oh my goodness. And he's got the comfort low seat on it, which was, you know, Beau needed it. I think it's a great bike. Hopefully he'll let us fool around off road with it and have some fun with it. So looking forward to it.
All right, guys, thank you in the camera car, and even more so, thank you, Cardo, for sponsoring the First Ride Series, the best Bluetooth communicators for you motorcyclists. Link in the description to get a discount on a Cardo. You're welcome. All right, guys, so let's talk about some of the goes and stopping of this motorcycle. Power-wise, the 888cc T-Plane, I do wish I had an ounce more power. It's got really good instant torque down low, but I just wish that power lasted a little longer. As far as transmission goes, the transmission has felt great. No issues getting into neutral. I get a really good satisfying click when I go up and down through the gears. The click on the shifter is a little subtle, but I don't mind it. I think it feels good. I personally like it to be really hard, but I got no problems with the shifter here. Clutch feels great when I pull it in. Like, everything feels good. I am surprised the bike doesn't have a quick shifter though. As far as brakes go on this machine, guys, this thing, Triumph has put damn Brembo Stylemas up front. If you guys don't know, those are like super sport race spec brakes on this Tiger 900. So let's just say be ready for a quick stop if necessary. You literally have top of the line Brembos, so you're not going to be hurting in the brakes department. The brakes are so strong with having this soft suspension. Anytime I barely get on the front brakes, the thing just dives in. That's sketchy as shit. As far as power delivery goes, like I was kind of mentioning with the power, it's got a lot of power. It's got a lot of good torque down low. But as soon as you rev out, you do lose a lot of power. That's why I wish it had a little bit more power, but the mapping and the power delivery with the throttle feels phenomenal. I feel really connected with the motorcycle. They did a really good job of the throttle mapping. Now, as far as suspension, like I told you guys, Beau's got this thing set up for comfort, which makes the bike extremely comfortable. It has been amazing riding this thing around. I don't know if I've experienced a more comfortable motorcycle on a first ride. And the beauty of it is it's all adjustable. So you could have this comfort suspension when you know you're doing a lot of street riding, a lot of commuting, right? You want to be as comfortable as possible. But if I went to Beau and I was like, hey man, let's grab the Tiger 900 and let's go up to the mountains, you stiffen all of that suspension up, and now you've got the bike more prepped for that, so less of the dive. I love the suspension on this thing so far. It'd be cool if it was electronic, but they probably need to hold that off for, you know, their Tiger 1200. This bike is $15,400, so it is quite expensive, but I don't know what the price for a Tiger 1200 is. I mean, it's got to be in the 20s, right? You got to pay 20 grand for a bike to get electronic suspension, I guess. I'll take manual. I'll take manual yet adjustable. Can you adjust with your fingers? Oh my god, you can. Alright, not gonna do that. Not gonna screw Beau's stuff up. God, this bike is just so compliant when you throw it over. Alright guys, let's talk about all this stuff up front, all the controls, all the screen. As far as controls go, we can knock those out really fast. You are at the top shelf Triumph controls up here. Phenomenal button press, phenomenal feeling. Triumph is leading the game in very simple buttons. I love that everything's so integrated. Look at the heated grips. It's literally a small button on the grip. How simple is that? You got a heated seat button here. All the buttons have a really good press. You know when you've clicked them. You don't get much more premium than Triumph controls. Now, as far as the levers, I've had no problem with the levers at all. I do wish they were black, but that's fine that they're not. They are adjustable, so they felt really good. Clutch pull is a little medium to light, which is exactly where I want it. I love the way the clutch feels. As far as the screen, Triumph's doing an amazing job with the screen, guys. Very easy to maneuver it. You can change your settings at the top by going up on the little D-pad here, and then you can go to style and you got a choice of styles. I'll just cycle through them real quick so you guys can see what they look like. But You know, you can just set the style wherever you want it. You can change the brightness and everything. I'll put it back to that. I kind of like this little angel wing, style 1. That's my favorite. Oh, I will note this one thing. So the windscreen, it's very easy to push down, but then if you want it up, you have to kind of press it up and then pull. And if you're going slow, it's not too bad, but once you get some speed, it is a little more difficult than I wish it was to get it to come up. It's much easier to get, like, to go down, it's just press forward and down. But then it's a little complicated to get it back up. Not too bad though. I've seen much worse. You can still do it with one hand. So that's the main thing I look for. Can I adjust this thing with one hand? I can, so I'm totally fine with that. Oh, did I mention the levers are adjustable as well? We've got adjustable clutch and front brake lever. So other than the fact they're not black, I'm totally fine with their functioning. Little light on the engine braking. I know we're kind of jumping back to the power, but I would expect a little more engine braking out of this bike. One of the things I love about the Triumph Dash is this button. Let's just say I'm deep in the menus. I don't know where I am. I can just hit home and it takes me right back to where I am. I freaking love that. Like, let's just pretend, you know, I'm at a red light and I'm being an idiot and I'm doing like display settings and like, oh, I want to change the color and then I want to, oh, you can barely see what's selected. Anyway, let's just say I want to be yellow. And now I'm like, wait, where visibility change? Let's just say I'm deep in it. Oh, light's green. Home button. Boom. Straight back to it. All right, guys, we're going to take a right off of here and go into our church parking lot. You guys have got to watch us ride this thing around, but I have not got to do a little walk around of it. And man, this thing is pretty, so I definitely want to do that. An open parking lot, you say? 500-pound bike going around a parking lot like it's a damn Honda Grom. What if this person parked in my spot? That would actually be hilarious. Alrighty, guys. Tiger 900 Rally. Okay, so guys, this thing comes in a couple different colors, and the green is the best. If you don't think it is, then my friend, you're wrong. I don't know how this is going to come on the GoPro or the camera car, but my God, I love this green. It's so good. And it goes so well with like the white frame and subframe. Like, what a great look. I love the direction that Triumph is going with their Tigers. They've got this kind of like mini beak with the eyes here. I'm really here for it. I love the beaks, you know, I love the beak look. What's cool about this bike, Beau and I have been looking into off-road protection for it, and this thing looks even better when you put protection on it, you know, like serious beefy off-road protection. As you guys can see, you can see from here how low that seat is, but it fit me really well. Like, I'm 5'10", 32-inch inseam, like I said. And if you want to flat foot a Tiger 900 Rally, you're going to need the seat. All right, guys, so to finish the little walk around here, I am going to grab my camera and take a photo of this pretty thing. If you guys enjoy photos, go check us out over on Instagram. We're at CTWPics. We always post tons of behind-the-scenes photos of what we're getting into, all the first drive bikes. We also post these really crazy stabilized video footage. This bike is going to be nuts in that because you can really see the suspension work, you know, with the camera car footage and all. So yeah, if you guys really want to check the suspension out on this thing, check us out on Instagram at CTWPics. We'll be posting these photos on there. Alright, dudes, if you guys want to see those photos, they're going to be up on CTWPics by the time you are watching this video. And hey, if you want to watch stupid little quick videos, we make TikTok stuff too. We're at Chaseontwowheels over on TikTok. You guys go follow us and check our shit out. Alright, my friends, time to finish this up. Alright, you guys know what time it is. Handlebar lock test. Shit. My dude, what a good showing for the Tiger 900. Dude, this thing makes you want to just go in that direction so hard. Alright guys, we have had some good times on this thing, so let's get it on the streets and let's figure out who this bike is for. We got an opportunity and we got enough power to take advantage of it. Oh man, that torquey motor is fun. All right guys, so the big question, who is the Tiger 900 Rally for? With a price tag of $15,400, you gotta have the dough. It's not a cheap bike, but I will say for what this bike is, which is, if we're gonna be honest, it's a middleweight adventure bike, right? Because it's middleweight by nature. They have a Tiger 1200, which would be the apex predator of the adventure bikes. But here's the thing with adventure bikes. Depending on your user case, you might not want to go with the biggest motored one. In adventure bikes, more than almost any other class, balance is key. Just because you have the biggest engine doesn't mean the bike's going to be best for what you're doing. If you're doing more off-road stuff, I would argue that the 900 might be a better choice than the 1200 because you're off-road. The more weight you have to deal with, the harder time you're going to have. And I don't really know how much engine you need to get through off-road stuff. This bike might be the ideal one. This is probably, if you're looking for a Triumph adventure bike and you want to do some off-road, some on-road, I think this might be the sweet spot. If you want an adventure bike to do nothing but asphalt, I think that's where you need to start looking into the Triumph Tiger 1200 range. I did talk with Triumph and they are going to let us loan a Tiger 1200, so maybe we can do a comparison if that's something you guys are really interested in. If it is, let us know in the comments. That way Triumph knows you guys are curious about it and we can make that video for y'all. Like I was saying, if you are a rider, you really like the Triumph triples, which, bruh, if you like the Triumph triples, I get it. I love them too. I love the characteristic of a triple. It's phenomenal. And Triumph does it better than almost anybody out there. But if you're looking for an adventure bike and you want a Triumph and you're going to be doing 50% off-road, 50% road, I don't know if you can get a better motorcycle, if I'm going to be honest. This thing has done everything incredibly well. It's super comfortable here on city streets. It's got an immense amount of power to scoot me around, but then it maintains a light feeling and it has amazing maneuverability with that handlebar lock to where when and if I took this thing off-road, I have no doubt I'm going to be able to get around all types of obstacles. And trust me, Beau has shown me videos of this thing. People take this thing off-road and just freaking slay. So it's pretty incredible. Highly recommended if you guys are looking into the ADV space, which, if I gotta say, man, I really might be. Guys, thank you guys for riding around with me. If you want more motorcycle content, subscribe to the Chase on Two Wheels channel. We make a ton of it. You guys go ride safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Later. Outro crew, what do you guys prefer for a 50-50 bike in the ADV space? Are you looking for more power and you don't mind the weight, or are you looking for that balance of weight and power? What are you guys looking for? Are you guys just going straight for the Tiger 1200, or are you guys gonna look for that balance more? You guys make sure to put OC in your comments. Stands for Outro Crew. That means that lets us know that we love you guys a little bit longer, and it lets us know you got to the end of the video. Make sure to hit that like button, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. You guys let Beau know in the comments, congrats on the new bike, and also what an incredible bike to get, man. He went from a Yamaha Bolt to a Triumph Tiger 900 Rally. What a shift. I want to talk with him about how he's been on this bike now that he's had it for a week. Anyways, dudes, I'm Chaseontwowheels. I'll see you on the next one. Later.